Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sarita Raghuvanshi, your host for the day, and I'm immensely happy and excited to be welcoming each and every one of you to the business session for the day. Our first session is going to be presented by the Government of Karnataka on investment opportunities in Karnataka. And for this session, may I please invite on stage Shri Kapil Mohan, IAS, Additional Chief Secretary to the Government Department of Tourism, Government of Karnataka, and his team on stage, please. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we begin the session, we'd like to play an AV for you. May I request you all to please direct your attention to the screen.
India is renowned the world over for its unity in diversity. And there is one state that exemplifies this par excellence. One state that plays home to multiple worlds, thriving together in harmony. Lush green forests and diverse wildlife. Glistening waterfalls, hilly terrains, heritage sites and monuments, adventurous coffee trails, delicious food and so much more. Welcome to Karnataka, a land of ethereal beauty, the perfect combination of heritage, art and nature. Karnataka is a state of surprises and picturesque sights. Every road, river and trail will lead you to a marvelous location with breathtaking views. Explore the incredible land of Karnataka with us and experience a million different details about the varied heritage and rich culture.
Bengaluru being the gateway to this beautiful state of Karnataka, I couldn't have asked for a more perfect start to our journey in exploring this entire state. So please come along with me while we explore Karnataka. But before that, let's grab a quick Bengaluru breakfast. Bengaluru offers the perfect blend of modern and traditional cuisine served right on a platter like the dish in front of me.
What better place to start than the garden city of the country, the cosmopolitan capital of Karnataka? Time to dive into Bengaluru. With arms wide open, the city welcomes people from across the country to work, to study, or just to start afresh. Voted as the most dynamic city of the world, Bengaluru's energy is infectious. Pleasant weather all year round. Fine dining restaurants with global cuisines. Bars and clubs to relax, unwind and hang out. Keeping with its authentic South Indian cultural inheritance, Bengaluru is your gateway to the variegated world that is Karnataka. Karnataka is famous for its unique heritage and culture. Declared as UNESCO's World Heritage Sites, the amazing architecture of Hampi and Pattadakal are a marvel. The precision and sheer grandeur will leave you spellbound. When you walk through the sites of Badami and Pattadakal, you are not just exploring the magic of these places. You are, in a way, experiencing the thriving legacy of the ancient dynasties. These sites are an outstanding testimony to the importance the ancient kingdoms placed on architecture and other forms of art. The different monuments and sculptures found in several ancient temples across the state stand tall as a witness to the ever-changing world. The artwork, meticulously crafted by sculptors, is not only stunning but also narrates the story of Karnataka throughout the different ages. What makes it all the more magical is just how they achieved such brilliance at a time when technology wasn't even a distant dream.
Just outside the Vijayavattala temple, where we are right now, is the stone chariot. The sheer size and attention to detailing of this structure is absolutely brilliant.
The sophisticated and intricate edifice of the Mysore Palace reflects the opulence and richness of the royal family's life.
A trip to Mysuru city without coming here would be absolutely incomplete.
The palace is like a montage of thriving dynasties in the royal kingdoms of Karnataka. No wonder that it attracts the second largest number of tourists in India. A few kilometers away, you are taken into the world of temple towns, into the magic of Belur, Halibedu, and Shravanabelagola.
This pillar in specific holds utmost value for the reason being that this entire temple has been carved into this one pillar.
The details and finishing of the sculpture and artwork on the walls of Belur and Halibedu temples are some of the best you will see anywhere.
While the temple at Belur was carved on the inside, this one is intricately carved on the outside.
Jaw-dropping, that's the word and experience when you look at the Gomatheshwara Bahubali statue at Shravanabelagola, one of the largest monolith structures in the world. Standing at a height of 57 feet, it is truly an architectural marvel.
The statue and the temple that we're in is sculptured out of the same mountain. No additional rocks or materials, but from the very same mountain.
Step into a cultural and architectural heaven to witness the Deccan style of architecture as you explore the Gol Gumbaz and the Ibrahim Roza that are further north in Bijapur.
We're now at the Gol Gumbaz, which literally translates to a circular dome. Made in the Indo-Islamic style, it took almost 30 years to finish this monument. It is said that the structure is designed in such a manner where even if you whisper, your voice is amplified over a distance of 40 meters. I'm going to test this out right now. Hello.
Hi.
He heard me. Further to the edge of Bijapur is the Ibrahim Roza, with richly decorated corridors and perforated stone windows, which follows the Indo-Islamic style of architecture.
Every carving, every sculpture, and every pillar has a story to tell. Karnataka has something for everyone, and we mean that. The state has been blessed with endless dense forests and astonishing wildlife. Wildlife like majestic tigers, leopards, elephants, the gaur, sloth bears, all deer species, crocodiles, and over 500 different species of birds can be spotted in the forests of Karnataka. Looking for a wild experience? Your search ends with Karnataka.
We're going on a safari today. Let's hope we get lucky.
32 sanctuaries and 5 national parks with a huge number of elephants and tigers. That's what Karnataka has for you. Nagarhole and Bandipur Tiger Reserve, Kali Tiger Reserve, Bhadra Tiger Reserve. Many sanctuaries and bird sanctuaries are just some of them. Living the mantra of ecotourism, Jungle Lodges and Resorts, a pioneer in eco-resorts in India, operates facilities in the vicinity of these national parks and tiger reserves and offers a variety of activities. We are talking about safari, nature walks, coracle rides, rafting, and other adventure sports that are a must once you come to Karnataka. A little away from the Sharavati Adventure Camp is the Jog Falls, the second highest plunge fall in India. Do we need to say more? Let the fragrance of coffee guide you as you make your way into Coorg. Magnificent green hills, picturesque sceneries, and the best coffee. We know you're sold.
It's an absolute haven for coffee lovers. And if you can see, we have the green coffee berries here, which turn dark red by around December.
Spoiled for choice is how Coorg will leave you feeling. Indulge in our uber luxurious and lavish staycation at Madikeri. Built amidst a tropical forest, if it's luxury you're looking for, this is it. For the backpacking adventurer, there are quaint and comfortable homestays with backyards of their own. So take your pick.
From sipping coffee in the middle of the rainforest at the Taj to now sitting and sipping coffee right by a lovely waterfall right behind my homestay, Kodavu has it all.
We've got you covered coast to coast, figuratively and maybe literally too. The trip to Karnataka is incomplete without some time spent exploring the coastline, spanning over 300 kilometers. It's a scene out of a movie to see the mountains gently blend with the Arabian Sea. Sun, sand, and adventure. Karnataka has everything for the beach lover in you.
You could go parasailing, jet skiing, dolphin sighting, or even just take a walk on the beach and take in the atmosphere.
With a host of beaches to choose from, some of the most iconic ones are Gokarna's Om Beach and Devbag Beach at Karwar, near Goa. Feel the sand beneath your feet, the wind in your hair, the waves crashing in on the beach. We'll let you experience the rest. Speaking of experiences, one has to talk about food when on the coast. The chef was generous enough to give us a sneak peek into one of his masterclass cooking sessions.
Oh my God, this smells heavenly. I can't wait to try it. Now this is what we can call a holistic experience.
Marvel at architecture of forts and temples, or just unwind on a beach. Experience the adrenaline rush of spotting a tiger, or experience the aroma of fresh coffee amidst nature. For nature lovers, or lover of cultures alike, a state that embraces change without letting go of its rich heritage. Karnataka is the perfect combination of the traditional and the modern. Whether you are traveling with family or partner or going solo, there is something for everyone here. Living up to its reputation of one state, many worlds. Welcome to Karnataka.
A very good morning, everyone. After this comprehensive overview of the beautiful one state and many worlds of Karnataka, I'd like to take this opportunity to walk you through some of the investment opportunities that are there in state with the support of the state government. So, as we have seen, Karnataka has pretty much everything, right? Yeah, sure. So, Karnataka has pretty much everything, right, from hill stations to beaches to heritage and culture. If you look at the core tourism offerings of the state, what we see is that we have our culture and heritage through our World Heritage sites at Hampi and Patadakal, as well as the recently nominated site at Belur, Halebeedu, and Somnathpura. We have ecotourism through the more than 40% forest cover in the state, and a wealth of national parks and tiger reserves. And then we have Bangalore and Mysore, two of the most popular cities in India for tourism. If you look at the trend of tourism in the state, it had been on the rise till 2020 when we were affected by the pandemic, but we also are seeing a good reversal in trend where we are seeing the domestic tourism increasing between 2020 and 21, and then we have also increased our foreign tourist footfalls. So Karnataka till last year was 11th, and now it has jumped to the 4th among all Indian states for foreign tourist footfalls. This year, 2022, we see a huge rise in the number of tourists coming to the state, and we're hoping to hit the pre-pandemic numbers pretty soon. Coming to the key international markets for Karnataka tourism, so our tourists mainly come from Western Europe, from the Middle East and Southeast Asia. To promote this, Karnataka Tourism participates in a variety of international travel marts and expos and organizes roadshows in key international cities, where we are able to also, we invite our partners at hotels and tour operators to be a part of a delegation. In the coming months, in the coming year, we are looking at participating in other markets as well. Now, how does the state drive investments? Well, the main way we are driving investments is through the Karnataka tourism policy. Now, in the Karnataka tourism policy that has recently been revamped, we have provided a whole bunch of benefits. The policy was structured to invite investments of up to 5,000 crores in the state through a variety of channels, which I'll go through, and this is expected to create about 10 lakh employment opportunities. So the department hopes that over the next 5 years, we're able to benefit more than 1,700 tourism projects. The policy has been framed on 9 strategic pillars that are there in front of you on the screen in terms of infrastructure, products, skilling, marketing, tourist comfort and safety, community participation, sustainable tourism. And so the Government of Karnataka has identified 18 different tourism themes that they wish to promote and 26 different tourism project types that they'll be supporting through this. The government has also identified focused tourism destinations across the state for prioritized development that we'll be looking at in terms of supporting through the policy. Now, how else is the government facilitating investments in the state's tourism sector? So we're looking at preparing a Karnataka tourism industry profile where we're looking at what are the different investment opportunities that exist in the state in terms of our land banks, in terms of existing properties that can be outsourced, and innovative ideas that people are coming up with. We have an investment facilitation cell under the Department of Tourism, which can be contacted in person by visiting the head office or by email at investments@karnatakatourism.org. There's a global tourism investors meet that the Government of India will be conducting next year. So we will be a very active participant in that investors meet. And then there's financial assistance under the policy through incentives, subsidies, and concessions. So just to give you an idea of what are the incentives, subsidies, and concessions that are there. So we have the subsidies which are back-ended. So once you, before commencing the project, you're supposed to take an in-principle approval from the department that you're constructing a project as per the specifications that are guided by the department to ensure high-quality projects. Once you complete the project, you apply to the department for a subsidy, and then you're reimbursed for the capital investment that you had made in the project. So we have capital investment subsidy for 8 different types of tourism projects, which include adventure tourism project, caravan park, caravan tourism, which is caravan vehicles, hotel projects, budget and premium, which is 1-star, 2-star for budget, and 3-star and above for premium, houseboats, wellness center, and wayside amenities. We are also providing interest subsidy, which I'll explain in detail in the further slides. And this is there for agri-tourism projects, cultural tourism projects, heritage, and safety and hygiene projects. We are providing concessions for projects that are looking to start up. So there'll be exemption on the stamp duty provided for all the eligible tourism projects at the district level. There's also concession on the registration charges for land and lease documents, land and loan documents. And then there's a reimbursement land conversion fee, where if you're undertaking land conversion to start your tourism project, the district office can reimburse you if the project is designed as per the specifications. And then there's also an exemption motor vehicle tax that are provided for different types, for the purchase of different types of tourism vehicles. Now coming to the incentives, we have the registration of tourism projects and service providers, which is there under the Karnataka Tourism Trade Facilitation Act. So I will give you some more details in subsequent slides. We have already covered the facilitation support offered by the department. There's also marketing support offered by the publicity division under the department. We are also looking at promoting sustainability in a big way. We are giving special recognition of sustainability measures as well as financial assistance. And then there are various types of collaboration that are there. If you remember, I had mentioned that we are participating in a number of international events. We also participate in a number of domestic events and organized roadshows. And for participating in such events, along with the Karnataka Tourism Delegation, there's marketing development assistance that is provided by the Department of Tourism. So the details of this are available in the policy book, which you can get at the Karnataka Tourism stall that is just outside, or you can visit the Karnataka Tourism Department website, karnatakatourism.org. Going into the details of the subsidy, I'll just quickly explain what the slab means. So what we're showing is the different types of projects that will get the subsidy. What is the minimum investment that is expected from the government in terms of the capital investment? You are also expected to meet certain standards which are provided in the operational guidelines about the project specification. Like for example, if you're looking at a hotel project, so it should be done on at least 6,000 square feet of land. Right? Then there's a percentage of subsidy that is given against the capital investment that you're making. And what is the maximum ceiling, the capping to which the government can give you a subsidy for these projects. Now the location of these subsidies will be provided. Generally, we're providing it all over Karnataka, but in some cases, we're looking at focused tourism destinations. For hotels, because you want to drive this from a tourism perspective, so the subsidy is not provided at the municipal corporations, but it is provided in many other parts of the state. In case you are a special category entrepreneur, you're also eligible for additional capital investment subsidy. Coming to the interest subsidy, so this is there on the loan that you take for the tourism project development, which will be up to 5% on the term loan with a capping of 25 lakhs in the total quantum and 7.5 lakhs on a year-to-year basis. And this is there for the 4 different types of projects that we had mentioned. Now, to apply for these subsidies, the entire subsidy process is online. Depending on the investment that you're making in the subsidy, it will either go to the district committee or come to the state head office. And so I request you, if you're interested in applying for the subsidy, please go to the website of tourismpolicy.karnataka.gov.in and submit your application for the Government of Karnataka to review and then support you in taking the subsidy. The next thing that we want to highlight is that there are plenty of land banks available with the Department of Tourism across multiple districts of the state. So we have a total of 680 acres of land bank that are there across 35 land parcels. The department shall soon be inviting expression of interest for different project concepts that entrepreneurs would be interested in and will seek to work with them to develop different tourism projects on these land parcels. Then coming to an important facet of the government working closely with the industry. So we want all the tourism service providers to register with the Department of Tourism so that we recognize who you are. This was a big issue during the pandemic, where we did not know who are the target beneficiaries in a lot of cases. So we would request all who are there, who are operating in Karnataka, to please register with the department on the website given at kttf.karnatakatourism.org. So right now we have rolled out the registration mechanism for 7 different tourism trades, which are there on the right of the screen. And the next 7 are work in progress. And by the end, within the next few months, we'll also have it rolled out for the remaining 4 different tourism projects. So a total of 18 different tourism projects will be recognized by the department. And this will help the Government of Karnataka in identifying who are the different beneficiaries who should be targeted for various schemes of the government, as well as when the department wants to undertake any marketing activity of any type, then they need to know who are the actual service providers of each type. So through this list, we'll be able to reach out to the right people and involve them in the marketing activities of the Government of Karnataka for tourism. Then coming to the other incentives that are there, I had already mentioned the marketing development assistance that is there. So this is provided for up to 25 tourism service providers per year per category. This is generally between the range of 30,000 to 1 lakh rupees, depending on the type of marketing development assistance. I request you to please contact the publicity division for further details. There's also assistance at sustainability initiatives, which is given by the DC's office at each state, where for different types of sustainability initiatives, up to 1 lakh rupees may be given as financial assistance for undertaking that initiative. Coming to the next part, which is about the investment facilitation cell. So as I mentioned, we have an investment facilitation cell under the Department of Tourism, which can be contacted at investments@karnatakaTourism.org, and they'll offer various types of support in helping you undertake your tourism projects. There's also marketing support. Karnataka Tourism has one of the most active social media marketing channels, and so to get support from the department on promoting on our social media platforms as well as featuring on the website or brochures and other marketing material, please contact the publicity division. Now, this was from the policy perspective, just to give you an idea of what are the new developments happening in the state, which will help you figure out that, okay, I have some investment ideas, where should I be investing this money in, or where should I be undertaking a project? So, as Honorable CM had mentioned yesterday, that there are two new circuits that the Department of Tourism has launched. One is the North Karnataka circuit, starting from Hampi and spanning Badami, Patadakkal, Aihole, and Vijaypura, and the South Karnataka circuit, starting from Mysore, spanning Srirangapatna, Hassan, Vellore, and Halebeedu. The department is looking at developing various types of tourism projects and is inviting applications or interested parties to come forward with their proposals for developing projects on the circuit. The department itself will be looking at a more holistic perspective in terms of circuit development, so that each person traveling on the circuit gets to spend, instead of a single day, 3 days to up to 7 days, and then undertake a variety of activities and visit a variety of destinations, so that it benefits all stakeholders across the entire circuit. Again, the government has invited 5 expressions of interest for product development, where we're looking at caravan park development, cultural village development, wayside amenities, wellness center, and adventure sports. We have just closed the second round of expression of interest, and the third round may be issued soon, depending on interest from investors. Then, as many of you might have read in the newspapers, that we have submitted, the Ministry of Culture, Government of India, submitted a proposal for Belur, Halebeedu, and Somnathpura as the new UNESCO World Heritage Site for India. This is already under process, and we are hoping for the announcement pretty soon. Once this gets announced, you can expect tourists from all over the world wanting to come and visit the latest World Heritage Site of India, and this provides a great opportunity for development of hotels, resorts, museums, experience centers, and other activities from a tourism perspective. The government is also looking at developing 2 of our most prominent tourist destinations. One is Jog Falls, the second highest waterfalls in India, and Nandi Hills, which is probably the most popular weekend destination for people from Bangalore. So there's a lot of work that is being undertaken in terms of ropeway development, but we're also looking at developing new hotels, adventure tourism, and various types of experiential activities at these locations. Then there's the development of water sports and adventure tourism that is planned to be undertaken across the state. So the Department of Tourism has tied up with the Water Resources Department to undertake water sports and adventure sports at 24 water bodies across Karnataka. The list is on the screen. Already a contract has been signed with an operator for Tungabhadra Dam, and for Harangi Dam it is under processing. And Jungle Lodge and Resorts Limited and KSTDC will be issuing tenders in these regards from time to time as we get clarity on the availability of land parcels, so that we can move quickly on developing adventure tourism at all these destinations. Then again, a big announcement that for our state, which Honorable Tourism Minister had mentioned as a matter of great pride for our state, is that the tourism plan for coastal Karnataka, which spans 92 beaches of our state, has been submitted to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change for incorporation in the Karnataka Coastal Zone Management Plan. What this means for investors is that it is much easier to take up different types of tourism projects, whether it is hotels, resorts, or just any type of tourism development project that are there in accordance with the Coastal Regulatory Zone guidelines. So this has already been submitted and has been approved, and the final preparation of the maps is under process. So we'll be able to take application in this regard, and your district officers will be able to support you in helping you understand where and what projects you should be undertaking. Then heli-tourism is another thing that we're looking at developing. KSTDC and Jungle Lodges have tied up with various heli-tourism operators and aggregators to develop heli-tourism across the state. Some of those in the audience are members who have tied up with these very operators to cross-promote tourism in the state. And again, like if you think that you want to drive heli-tourism from Bangalore, Mysore, Hampi, or any other key destination of Karnataka, please reach out to KSTDC and JLR so that you can work out cross-promotional arrangement in this case. Now, a couple of major events that are coming up in the next year for Karnataka as a whole and for Karnataka tourism specifically. We have the Karnataka International Travel Expo, which is a hosted B2B event. It was a grand success. It was last organized in 2019, where we had more than 10,000 B2B meetings with buyers and media representatives from more than 30 countries. The feedback for this event was phenomenal, and Karnataka Tourism Society and the Department of Tourism are working together to organize this event again. Right now, it's planned for 16 to 18 February, and we would invite all of you to please come and be an active part of this event. And then, as you are aware that G20, India will be taking, assuming the G20 presidency from 1st December 2022, which provides a unique opportunity for us to present our development agenda, our values, our tourism assets, and our cultural diversity on a global platform. Karnataka is honored to be hosting the second highest number of meetings in India after Delhi NCR. As you can see, there are 14 meetings are tentatively planned for G20 in Karnataka, which are focused mainly in Bangalore, Mysore, and Hampi, but the delegates will be traveling all over the state, and I would urge the hospitality industry of our state to please extend Karnataka's warmest welcome to all the delegates and show the one state, many worlds that are on offer for Karnataka tourism. Now, in terms of the contact details, here are the contact details for the key officials of the Government of Karnataka. We have Kapil Mohan Sir, Additional Chief Secretary, who will be taking questions after this, along with Director Tourism, Dev Raju Sir. We have Managing Director, Jungle Lodges, also as a part of the audience, and General Manager, Admin from KSTDC, and Joint Director, Promotion Publicity will be there. And Karnataka Tourism Society is the key collaborator from the industry with the government, driving a lot of the policy inputs from the industry perspective. So again, we have delegates from there as well. And of course, as I mentioned, that we have a very active social media presence of Karnataka tourism that is there. And with that, I thank everyone for being a part of this presentation. And to sign off, I'd like to play a couple of videos just to show you the diversity of a state that we're using to promote through our campaign of Script Your Adventure, which is the theme campaign of Karnataka tourism. And as we had previously mentioned, ecotourism is one of the biggest assets of our state. So Jungle Lodges and Resorts Limited has supported the development of a documentary called Wild Karnataka, and we would like to play you a teaser for that documentary as well. Thank you very much.
This is wild Karnataka.
Thank you so much for that presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, I would now like to take the honor of inviting on stage President Mr. K. Shamraju to please come up to felicitate our guests. Ladies and gentlemen, just before we move into that, I'd like to invite on stage Shri Kapil Mohan, ACS Tourism, Government of Karnataka, to please come up for any Q&As that we may now have. Gentlemen, if you have a question, please show up a hand and we'll have our team member come to you with a microphone and we'll take your questions. We have a question here on the right side. Can we get a microphone over here, please? Right here. So please introduce yourself and then ask your question.
Good morning. I'm Narayan and Managing Director of Puvar Island Resort. I have 3 questions. First of all, can you hear me?
Can we increase the volume on that microphone, please?
Am I audible now? Yes. Yeah, I'm Narayan and Managing Director of Puvar Island Resort in Trivandrum. I have 3 questions. One is tourism declared as an industry in Karnataka? That is number 1. I saw a lot of water bodies which was pictured as a policy. Do you allow houseboats to operate in the water bodies? Third is, I would like to know specifically which are the areas where the caravan parks are allowed. Thank you.
Well, for the first 2 questions, the answer is yes. Tourism is declared as an industry and is eligible for incentives as per the industries, which has a clutch of them. And for those who were overwhelmed by the PowerPoint presentation, you can download the tourism policy outside. You just scan your QR code, so I think you'll save some paper as well. As for the second question, this houseboats, we encourage, in fact, houseboats. And I think there is a scheme for subsidy also. We also encourage by giving you rights to go there and also assist you in making landing points and other things and also. And the third one is for caravan parks, which we are now trying to promote, and we are very keen, in fact. We had one, I think, expression of interest. If amongst here or any industries people would like to promote caravan tourism, we have caravan sites. The specific sites, can you come here? Would you remember? The JD? Okay, I can for the time being make up for the machine. I have a significantly large lung capacity, but please increase the volume. Regarding the specifics, caravan sites, if I would like to ask my colleagues, he will mention a few, but more details can be given to you. You can come inside. Jonathan, come. You can sit there. Here. Yes.
The volume just So we have caravan parks in Mysuru, Kabini, and Coorg, and Sakleshpur also. We are identifying many such sites along with the stakeholders.
One more question I have. I noticed that you are announcing a new CRZ policy. Does it mean that any project, especially in the coastal areas, we don't have to apply to you specifically and straight away we can apply to the central government for CRZ clearance under their new site
Well, I will try to simplify this, okay. The relaxation is, if you know, we have one of the toughest laws in the world as far as coastal regulatory zones are concerned. The coastal regulatory zone is divided into 4 types, 1, 2, 3, 4, which have specific characteristics. This relaxation is for setting up tourist facilities in 2 out of the 4 categories. You can say that those projects are pre-approved to the extent that if they are, I think, in 2 or 3, then you need not go to Government of India and Karnataka State Coastal Zone Management Authority, which happens to be in the forest, our Department of Forest, a state level authority in which tourism is also there, would approve the same. This would significantly cut down the processing time. It was a barrier for those interested in the coastal and beach tourism for attracting investments. And it is a significant relaxation. So, yes, I hope I've been able to make it somewhat clear. But very site specific, whether you fall into which CRZ zone and which you will be available would be known if you give us the lat-lon of your sites, that we can assist to you and also process you for approvals within the state. But it's a very significant relaxation, I can assure you on that.
Thank you, thank you.
With a raise of hand, can we know where the next question is coming from, please? Okay, right there.
Sir, good morning, sir. Very nice presentation about Karnataka tourism. Thank you very much for that. I want to have a few questions with you. One, the entire half of Tamil Nadu, the connectivity road to Mysore is only via Satyamangalam. The another road is via Kodalur or Kallati through Nilagiri. See what is happened now, in whole of Tamil Nadu, most of the resorts in jungle were built in elephant corridors. As per the Supreme Court order, most of the resorts been shut down. There is no facility in the wildlife. So only option we have 1 or 2 like Jungle Hut and 1 more resort been operating. So majority of the tourism coming to Karnataka, that is to cover wildlife for the children and the temple tourism to Nanjangod and Samundishwari Hills and Mysore. This is the maximum. So the traveling road is only 2. Now near Thorapalli, the Mysore border been starting in Bandipur. So what we are requesting, if you've been identifying some of the lands, because most of the lands belongs to Forest Department or the government lands. There is no private lands. So if the lands are available, we are interested to set up the resorts as per your approval, as per your guidelines. So it will be very helpful for the wildlife tourism. That's a major tourism opportunity we have in Karnataka, as far in Tamil Nadu also, because both sharing one forest on the borders. So it's very helpful, sir.
Sir, could you please introduce yourself?
Sir, my name is Srinivasan. I'm from Annapurna Hotel MD, Coimbatore. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm Manoj Kumar. I'm Managing Director of the Jungle Ocean Resorts, and I'm instantly the Forest Service Officer also. I can answer to his queries. As far as the forest lands are concerned, the policy of the Government of India is very, very clear. No private people can have the forest lands. So let us not be, let's not have any confusion regarding that. Only the government entity can have the temporary structures in a forest land and run ecotourism activities based on sustainable principles. That's government agency having the temporary structures only can run that. That's the reason why Jungle Ocean Resorts has been created. That's so. So you can always purchase the private land and then run the ecotourism activities. But I would like to tell you a few cautions. Don't go just and buy the land without verifying whether it falls in the eco-sensitive zone or not. Because then you will end up in a lot of other problems. In eco-sensitive zone notification, it is also for all Bandipur, Nagale, almost all in Karnataka, we have published. It's available on Karnataka Forest Department website also, and also on Environment Department website also. Otherwise also Government of India, MOEF and CC also, there is this available. Kindly take this notification, find out where your land is lying, whether it is within the ecosystem zone or beyond the ecosystem zone. If it is beyond ecosystem zone, you will have no problems at all. If it is within the ecosystem zone, you have one more stage of hurdle. That is, the proposal has to be cleared by the committee headed by the regional commissioner at Mysore for that region, or in wherever it is there, it is the regional commissioner is the chairman, and there is a set of officers and also the political representatives, local MLA and environmental expert and all our committee. This is not a prohibited activity. Ecotourism in eco-sensitive zone is not a prohibited activity. It is regulated activity. So you need to take clearance of your DPR from this particular authority headed by the regional commissioner. And ecotourism, as I said, I'm stretching once again, it is regulated, not the prohibited activity. As far as the wildlife thing. Second thing is, and also, see, most of the ecotourism activities are, ecotourism projects are activity based. In Karnataka, we strictly follow the carrying capacity. If 36 vehicles are allowed in Nagaland, means 36 vehicles only are allowed, not more than 36 vehicles. So as on date, the carrying capacity in these areas is almost full as far as the things. Still, the Government of Karnataka is considering to increase the road length because we have not reached the maximum allowed capacity. Like in any tiger reserve, 20% of the area can be put under ecotourism or safari zone. But in Karnataka, we are less than 10%. So there is still a cushion for increasing our tourism activities in the tiger reserves. That proposal is under consideration. If that happens, like 36 becoming 70 vehicles, then definitely today if we have X number of hotels or rooms, then we can definitely double the rooms. That possibility is there. So as on date, in Bandipur, Nagarola area, the carrying capacity is almost we have achieved. We are not able to increase any number of vehicles. So while purchasing, keep these things in mind so that you are not ending up in unnecessarily investing and then losing money.
Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, I am Venkata Subbu, MD Darling Residency, President Tamil Nadu Hotel Association. Sir, in Tamil Nadu, 24/7, entire time the hotels and restaurants are allowed to kept open. It helps us to travel on the road and any time, even in the midnight, 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock, there is no problem. We can able to get some refreshment. But in Karnataka, is it allowed to open the restaurant and other businesses in the 24 hours? Are any steps being taken?
I think as far as the wayside amenities are concerned, those which are on the national highways and all, those, there is no bar on those being open. I think you are talking about keeping this open in the, say, Bangalore city or city areas? Are you talking only of those wayside amenities are on the national highways and state highways? Those are, they do not have any such bar.
I hear there is some restriction in Karnataka, except Bangalore and other cities, it is not allowed. That's why I'm asking the question.
We will explore if for wayside amenity status, which are those, wayside basically means which is on our national highways or state highways, those facilities could be open 24/7. That, we will explore that. If there's something, I think we should be able to manage that. That should not be an issue. Basically, all this is linked to, maintenance of some law and order and things like that and all. But for wayside amenities, the case is very strong and we should certainly look at it. If there is some glitch over there, we'll certainly have to resolve. As far as cities and all are concerned, I think the local bodies take care of that. And I think in Bangalore, it is open up to like...
Bangalore, there's no...
Legally? Bangalore. Up to 1 o'clock. Up to 1 o'clock, and good Kannadigas go to sleep by 11. So, so
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
But fortunately, in Tamil Nadu, recently the High Court gave an order, you allow them to open for 24/7. You should not say that a law and order problem, because for a rat and other problem, we are burning a house. It is something like that. So you should avoid, you give protection for the civilians and allow them to keep open on the shops 24/7. They give a clear-cut order in the High Court. This help us a lot. Thank you, Mr. Anyhow, I appreciate and for the protecting the ecosystem of Karnataka with the 10%. Thank you very much.
Thank you. If you could just show of hands, with a show of hand, we could know where the next question is coming from. If you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll have a microphone passed to you. Do we have any further questions? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite on stage Mr. K. Shamraju. Okay. All right. May I please invite Mr. K. Shamraju to please come up on stage to present a token of appreciation to our dignitaries on the dais. Mr. Kapil Mohan, ACS, Tourism, Government of Karnataka. Mr. Manoj Kumar, MD, Jungle Lodges. And Mr. Devraj, Director, Tourism. And Mr. Janardhan, Joint Director. Mr. Kapil Mohan, may I request you to please join us back on stage for a minute. We would like to conduct a lucky draw now. We are giving away some very exciting gifts, and we've collected the visiting cards of all the people that are in the hall. We'd request you to please pick out 2 lucky winners for our first session.
In interest of transparency, I would state that I was also asked to put my visiting card there. So, in case my visiting card comes out, it will not be valid. Okay?
Also, ladies and gentlemen, in case anybody out here hasn't added their visiting cards in the fishbowl, I'd quickly request you to do that.
You can say what is
And if not now, you can add your cards in for the next session, because we do have lucky draws happening multiple times through the day. So shall we begin?
What is the prize for this? What is the prize you want to announce? No?
Yes. So I thought I'll announce that after we pick out the winner, but okay. So the first prize is going to be an Amazon Echo Show 5. Should I say it's been sponsored by Okay. Okay, we've got to be quick. And there are a few rules, and the rules are very simple. We are going to be picking out a card, and if the person's not present in the hall, then the person loses the opportunity to miss the prize. And also, one person is entitled to only one prize, so you're only allowed to put in one visiting card. And after your name has been called out, you've got to have a badge with you. Now, the badge could be an invitee badge, it could be any badge, but you need to have a badge.
Whoever want to put the cards, please kindly. Only one card is allowed.
So ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be picking out two winners. One winner is going to get the Amazon Eco Show 5 and one person is going to get
Well,
a stay at Sterling Elk Ooty. Okay, so the first one is here.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's for the Amazon Eco Show 5. If you could just read out the name of the winner, sir.
This is Navneet. Navneet K.
All right. Congratulations.
Navneet, you are taking a technological leap. Have you used Echo 5? No. Good. That's what I said. Thank you.
So we have one more winner. This time the prize is going to be the Sterling Resorts Ooty 2-night stay on CP.
Mr. Amit Kumar.
Congratulations.
You can check out your competition, Amit. Thank you.
Congratulations and thank you so much for doing the honors, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now take a short break. As per the agenda, it was supposed to be for 15 minutes, but we'd request you to please come back in 10 minutes because we are running a bit late and there is a lot of information that we'd like to share with you through the day. So please do come back in time and we'll have our next sessions after this break.